Where are all the other Spider-Man in the new No Way Home trailer? And Grand Theft Auto is an absolute mess. Rockstar apologizes about it. That and so much more in this week's Entertainment Roundup. Let's get into it. What's up, guys? Welcome to That Freaking Geek, and this is the Entertainment Roundup. And sorry, it's been a minute, 2 weeks you have not had the roundup. I'm sorry about that, but behind the scenes I've been scheming to push out some new content for you guys over the next month, starting off with a Far Cry 6 review. Look out for that coming out very soon, and a whole bunch of other awesome things such as a year 1 PS5 review and a ray tracing. What is it actually doing, and all the other features that come with the PS5. Let's find out, do they actually matter? But that's it for this. Let's go right into the roundup. Let's focus on gaming, movies, and TV series. Let's see what's going on in the world. Let's get into it. Let's get right into the gaming news of the week. Starting off with Grand Theft Auto. It has been a big week for Grand Theft Auto, and when I say big, I mean a big hot mess. The Definitive Edition, the Trilogy, the remastered package came out this past Friday. Not this past Friday, the Friday before that, and it was like, you kind of thought it was going to do a great job because it's Rockstar, and you kind of thought, you know what, Rockstar, they usually bring out some great stuff. Nope, instead this might be the Cyberpunk of 2021. It was a mess. People are not liking it. It is full of glitches. It is not running properly, which is crazy to think that this like really old games are not running great. And just in general, it's just a very poor package. From terrible glitches to a rain effect that does more damage to your viewing than a subtle rain effect in the background. There is so much wrong with this GTA package, and Rockstar have come out and apologized. They have said sorry for the fact that it's a terrible state, and we do expect better, and they know that. And so from now on, they're going to be working on it. They're actually bringing back the originals back to the Steam storefront, and so that's great. That's a first start, because a lot of people didn't like the fact that this was replacing it. There is still a lot of work for them to do, and they see that, and they're going to be working on it. But if it's anything like Cyberpunk, it's probably going to take a while. But for now, if you enjoy the GTA package, apparently it's not that bad if you can look past the people that aren't like hectic gamers who notice a lot of the glitches and a lot of the hectic like different changes. I've heard of some people that really enjoyed it, and so if you're kind of a casual gamer and just want to pick up those classic GTAs, maybe just do, because at the end of the day, more people who buy it, the more likely it's going to fix itself.
Crash took all my paper, man. Left me with nothing but small change.
Hey, get yourself a beer or something. I'll catch up with you.
Talking about GTA, have you ever heard the GTA clone Saints Row? Well, they're getting a reboot, and it was set to come out this February. But you know what, COVID and the fact that, let's be honest, it was just announced the other day, it is not coming out this February. Instead, it is coming out in August, just to give it enough time to make sure that, you know, it's not the GTA trilogy that was a hot mess, and just kind of make sure that whatever they got there, they're going to iron out all the kinks, make sure the game is functioning really, really well. I think that is always a good idea, to have a game that comes out later that is better than a game that comes out early and is a mess. They can take all the time they need. It is looking really good, really gorgeous. The reboot really is taking it to the next level. A lot of people going, is it still goofy? Guys, if you've seen some of the trailers, it still is as goofy as the past games. Maybe not to the extreme as the last few have been, and I think just taking a step back is probably best for it. But when it comes out, I'm really gonna play the crud at it. But in February, there was already enough games coming out. We have Forbidden West coming out that month as well. There's just a lot happening in February as is, and so I'm very okay with this delay. But if it's not okay with you, let me know in the comment section. I'd love to know why you can't wait a couple of months. $10 million people are playing the latest Forza Horizon game. That is a lot of people, and that is probably because the way that Xbox is going with their strategy, it is absolutely winning. It is a huge success for the company. The way they're going is that they're going, cool, we're bringing all our big games to Game Pass, and that is a very unaffordable rate. And at the same time, they're also bringing Game Pass to PC, which means if you own a PC and you have Game Pass, you too have access to Forza Horizon 5. That in itself is fantastic. There's also xCloud. There's whole different ways to be able to play the new Forza game, and that is why 10 million people are playing right now, which is a huge win. Playground Games have not only made it very accessible for people to play, but they've made a fantastic game where you drive around a gorgeous Mexico. It is an incredible game. I love Forza Horizon 4, and so one day when I get an Xbox, I'm really looking forward to playing this one. But what gets me so excited is that a lot of people have been giving this like 10 out of 10, and these guys, Playground Games, are also set to make the new Fable game. And so what they can do with Forza, and then kind of take that and make it an amazing RPG, a fantasy RPG, I'm so looking forward to it. It's going to be amazing. Well done, Xbox. I'm looking forward to more when it comes out.
Can't be stopped, better get out the way, get out the way, get out the way.
What you got to turn the world around.
Yeah, I got what you want, I promise. I'm not gonna front, I promise.
It's the end of the year, and that means we're getting a whole bunch of Game of the Year awards ceremonies from IGN to different publishers, all releasing their Game of the Year as it's coming. And don't you worry, mine's also coming too. But the big show, the big one, the Game Awards, that is going to be a huge event, because not only do they announce all the big games that won all the different categories, they're also going to usually, and they usually do, come out with big announcements, big trailers. It is a whole event. It's probably one of my highlights of the year. And so I'm really looking forward to it. But more importantly, what is the Game of the Year? Do you have your own Game of the Year? Well, according to the Game Awards, these are the games that you should be looking out for. So these are the nominees: Deathloop, It Takes Two, Metroid Dread, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, Resident Evil Village. I absolutely love most of those games on the list. What is my Game of the Year? Well, I'm not going to tell you. You're going to have to go and watch the video when I release it. But I think I agree with most of this list. A lot of people going, why wasn't Forza Horizon in this list, the latest one? Because that was fantastic. Who knows? But all these guys on this list looks really good. Psychonauts 2, that's on PS5 as well, but it's more of an Xbox exclusive. I was waiting to get Xbox before I started playing that. Metroid Dread, that's on Nintendo. I have not played it, but apparently it's also phenomenal. But the rest of the games, I have played them. I haven't finished some of them, but I have played them, and they're really good. And yeah, I more or less agree with this list. And I probably one big game probably absent from this list is probably Guardians of the Galaxy. Not sure what's going on there. I have not finished that yet, but from the half an hour that I've played, I'm actually very surprised that it isn't on the list. But hey, maybe once I finished it, I'll know better. But this is a big show. It is streaming live on the 7th of December. You don't want to miss out. I'm definitely not going to miss out. But yeah, looking forward to it. Moving on to movies and TV series news, starting off with the big highlights, why you probably clicked on this video. Where are the other Spider-Man in the new No Way Home trailer? Well, they are either not going to show up or they're hiding them. Where could they be? Well, if you watch the Brazilian version of the trailer, if you are, then you great. But I wasn't, and I was watching the normal English one. But in the Brazilian one, you see Lizard getting punched by some sort of mysterious force. His head does a full 180 degrees, and there's nothing there. What could it be? Could it be Andrew Garfield? Could it be Tobey Maguire? Or could it be someone completely different? Who knows? Maybe it's just a mistake. I don't know. Marvel does this thing where they love to take their trailers and like completely bamboozle us. If you look at the Endgame and the Infinity War trailers, there's a lot of scenes and a lot of like moments that didn't really happen in the movie. So are they bamboozling us again with this trailer? Who knows? You know who does? Tom Holland, and he's doing a fantastic job of keeping it to himself. And Tom Holland has said that if he's still playing Spider-Man 30 years down the line, he's doing something crazy. Not 30 years down the line when he's 30, but you know what I mean, like later, if he's still being Spider-Man years later, he thinks he's doing something wrong, he's thinking maybe a Miles Morales should take over. I think that's pretty cool. However, I would like to see a more mature Spider-Man kind of take the role, yeah, we'll just have to wait and see if that even happens. But overall, this new No Way Home trailer is looking fantastic. Willem Dafoe as Green Goblin looks fantastic, and apparently he was wearing a hood on set to make sure that he doesn't get recognized. I think, you know, could it be the same Willem Dafoe Green Goblin from the Tobey Maguire movie, or could it be something different? Who knows? But from Sandman to Electro from the Amazing Spider-Man series, is it from the Amazing? I don't know. Like, these are the questions that we need answered, and I guess we'll just have to wait when it comes out on December 17th.
This is all my fault. I can't save everyone. What's happening?
They're starting to come through, and I can't stop them.
Some other big news that happened this week when it comes to TV series and movies is that HBO announced that we're getting a Harry Potter reunion special. Similar to the Friends reunion special, it won't be like a whole new movie or like an episode of Harry Potter, I don't know. But I think with a lot of things, people thought that the reunion special of Friends was going to be a whole new episode. This is not. This is getting the cast members, specifically the three main cast members, Ron, Hermione, and Harry, the actors. They are making a return. They're going to be in this reunion special. It is called Return to Hogwarts. It is the 20th anniversary. It's going to be really cool when it comes out this January. Not sure what it's going to be about or what the direction is going to be, but if it's anything like the Friends reunion, it's going to be an hour and a half of just Harry Potter goodness, and I cannot wait for that. I am a huge fan of Harry Potter, and so when this comes out, I'll definitely be watching it. I don't know, PAL. Hopefully it comes to Showmax or something, but don't worry, I'll make a way, and I'm sure you will too.
What matters is the part we choose to act on. That's who we really are.
Alrighty, and to end off the news, John Krasinski, the man who played Jim in The Office, has revealed some interesting news. And that is the fact that there was a moment in the last few seasons where he was going to cheat on Pam, his wife. At this point, they were married, they were happily married, and now there was this other lady, this other receptionist that came into the scene, if you remember correctly, and she kind of had a thing for Jim, but Jim didn't really return the feelings. But in the original copy of the script, Jim was actually going to cheat on Pam and kiss her. And I think he knew what we knew, is that if that happened, there would have been an outrage. People would be very upset. I know that I would have been upset, not because of the fact that, you know, the whole story and the drama of it, but rather that it would be inconsistent to the character. Jim loves Pam, and that is very, very, very clear in the series. And then after all these years, something like that, it just didn't make sense. It doesn't suit the character Jim, and John Krasinski knew that, and he put a stop to that, and I'm glad he did, and I'm sure the rest of us are too. But that is it for this week's Entertainment Roundup. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll hopefully see you next week. Let's hope that I make it. But that's it. If you're not subscribed, maybe hit that subscribe button. If you're following me on Instagram, thank you so much. If you're not, maybe give me a follow. But that's it from me. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.